Okay, so today I'm going to cover that is what is data driven testing. Okay, done by where we are storing the data inside the Excel files. Okay, that's the most important topic, because in the live projects also you will be storing the data in Excel files. And how will you fetch the data? How will you fetch the test data from the Excel files? I'll give you an example that, okay, let's see, if you want to execute for multiple lines, you want to submit a form and you want to submit multiple test data. Okay, so obviously you are not going to store the data inside your script, right? So you will be using Excel file concept to store the data. So why we are preferring Excel files? Because Excel files are easy to maintain. It's very user friendly. It stores the data in the form of rows and columns, right? So we can maintain the data in a very systematic way. And in a single Excel file, we can create number of worksheets. Okay, so let's do that. And then there are a number of utilities that I'll tell you that how to use those utilities in Excel files. Okay, so for that, what exactly we will do in our project, I'll create a separate, let's see, I'll create a separate package, and the package name is, let's see, com.excel.utility. Okay, this is my package name. And in this com.excel.utility, what you have to do, I'll give you one Excel file code. Okay, that utility is already created. You don't need to concentrate on these utilities. Okay, number of functions, generic functions I have already created. You just need to copy paste that particular Excel utility, okay, in this particular package, and start using all the methods written over there. Nobody will ask you at a time of interview that, okay, how will you read the data from Excel file, write the method, or okay, or give me the syntax, or write the automation for that. No, nobody will ask you, because these are the standard methods provided by Excel automation in Java. Okay, so those methods and those generic functions already created. Okay, so you can use this particular utility. Okay, whenever you join any project or any kind of automation you are going to start, you can use these utilities, and then you can start working upon it. Okay, so I'll be giving you this particular Excel file dot java class. I have one class that I already created, so I just downloaded, yeah, this one. Okay, so I'm going to copy this and just paste it over here. So I'll share this thing with you. Okay, so one utility is there, xls underscore reader.java. You can give any name, whatever the name you want to give, you can give any name. So if you open this class, you see that there are number of methods are written over there. So if you want to see that what are different methods are there, just press Control O. Okay, or in Mac you just need to press Command O. You will see that number of methods that get row count. Okay, so there is, let's see, there is one Excel file, and you want to see that, okay, how many row counts are available, how many rows are available. So we have get row count, which will return one integer. Obviously, if 10 rows are there, it will give you 10. If there are 15 rows are there, that will give you 15. Similarly, we have get get the data from a specific cell, okay, on the basis of rows and columns. If you want to add a new sheet, if you want to remove a sheet, if you want to add one column, remove the column. If you want to check that, okay, some sheet already exists or not, this is the method. If you want to see that, okay, how many column counts are available, get column count is available, right? Get cell row number, the specific row number you want to check, okay, get cell row number is also there. So these are the utilities. All these utilities are created with the help of one API we are using, that is called Apache POI library. Okay, this is used by Apache POI library. I'll write over here for you guys, Apache POI, okay, library. So this Apache POI library, it's a Java based library. It's freely available. Okay, you just need to download and you need to import in your project. So how to download Apache POI library? What you have to do, just go to Google, Okay, and simple we need to write download Apache POI. Okay, and click on this first link. What happened? Okay, you need to download these Apache POI APIs and let it open. Okay, let me check in some other. Okay, see, this is the Apache POI API, POI API download release artifacts. What you have to do, you have to go to binary distribution. Don't download source distribution, otherwise it will give you complete source code. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to download this one, the latest version, this one, this zip file, tar file you have to download. Okay, so just download this tar.gz. Just click on that, it will start downloading automatically. Okay, so there are number of download links are available, so you can use this latest HTTP mirror link. So just click on this, and this is a zip file. Okay, tar.gz file, it's around 21 MB. It will, you just need to start down, let it complete, and then okay, so it's done. So what I'll do, I'll go to that folder, and this is the jar file. Simple, we will unzip it. Okay, so you see that this is a folder. Okay, we have extracted in this particular folder. In this particular folder, we have number of jar files are available. Now what you have to do, we have to import these jar files in our project. So this is my project, and just right click on it, just like we did for Selenium jar files. Go to properties, and go to Java build path, click on libraries, and these are obviously external jar files, so click on add external jar files. And what we have to, we have to go to our download folder. This is the folder, and all these jar files we have to add. Okay, don't add license and notice, all these things, all these jar files we have to add dot jar files, and click on open. You see that, okay, these jar files has been added. Now again click on add external jars. There are some other libraries also. Just click on this OOXML library, click, okay, add these two libraries also, XML beans and this curves API dot jar file also we have to add. And again click on add external jars, go back and check if there are other libraries also. So these are the other libraries also. Okay, you can ignore this JUnit jar file because we don't need JUnit. So you can download, you can add all these jar files also. Okay, and click on OK. The moment I add all those jar files, see, all the errors are gone now, right? Because all these files are coming from where? This XSS workbook, XSS sheet, rows, cell, everything is coming from Apache POI API. Okay, and this is the package we have to change. This particular package is available in, we have to give this package com.excel.utility. So I'll remove this package and I'll add that package. Okay, so once you add this particular xls underscore reader.java utility, number of errors will be there. Okay, number of red line errors will be there. So how will you remove all those errors? You just simply, you need to add all the jar files of Apache POI API. So you need to download it and add the jar files in your project. And once you add, all the jar files are, all the errors are gone. Right? Now, what you have to do, so these are the utilities. Number of utilities, number of methods are available. Okay. Now what we have to do, we don't need to bother about that. Okay, how exactly we wrote this code and everything. We are not bothered about it. Okay. You just need to use the code. You just need to use the method. All these methods, you need to call all these methods according to your requirement. Now, so this is the utility. So that's why I put over here inside this utility package, separate utility I have created over here. Now I'll create a test class, or maybe I'll create a simple, let's see, I'll create another package, com dot, let's see, data driven dot test. Okay, so today we will learn that how to do data driven testing, and inside this particular package I'll create a class. Let's see, my class name is data driven test. Okay, select the main method and click on finish. So inside the main method, okay, we will start writing our code. Now first we will create one Excel file. Obviously now we have to read the data from Excel file. So what exactly I'm going to do, I'm going to create one Excel file. So just open your Excel file. I'm going to create one blank workbook. Okay, so this is called workbook. Inside this workbook we can create number of worksheets, right? By clicking on plus, right, we can create different worksheets, and then we can give some name also. Okay, let's see, today I'm going to cover, let's see, registration test data. Okay, something like that. You can give some name, worksheet name, and you can create multiple sheets like this by clicking on plus icon. So inside the single workbook we can have multiple worksheets. Okay, so we have this particular worksheet, and module wise we will prepare our data. So let's see, we have this particular okay, let's see, we have this half.ebay.com, and sorry, not ebay.com. So what I'll do, I'll go to sign in page, and we will do registration process because we are familiar with this code, right? So okay, now let's see, I have to fill some data over here. So what I'll do, that I have to fill this form. So first I know that, okay, I need first name, last name, address, city and state and everything. So I'll create these columns in my Excel file. Okay, so I have written that, okay, registration test data, and my first name is like that, first name, last name, right, address 1, address 2, because there are two address 1 and address 2. Then we have city, then let's see, we will add state also. Okay, so number of columns I'll create, and zip code, and then what we have, then let's see, email address. Okay, email address we have, and fine, till here we will fill this form, this first section we will fill. Okay, so these are the columns I have created. Okay, the first row will be represented by the column. Okay, let me write the proper name, first name. Okay, see, it's a good practice that either you can start with the F capital or L capital, but don't give any space between these two words, like first space name. Don't do that. Okay, although it's your choice, you can take it with the space names, but I won't recommend it because there are chances of errors, manual errors. So what we have to do, Better give some everything is in a small so that everything will be generic. Now, first name, let's say I'm giving Tom. Last name I'm prepare my data. Tom, Peter. Let's see, address is 12 New Street, and let's see, downtown. City is, let's see, Sunnyvale. State is, let's see, California. Okay, so I know that state I have to select it from here. So make sure whatever California spelling is written over here, it's C capital. The same exactly thing you have to write it over here. California. Let's see, zip code is 94085, and email address is, let's see, tom@gmail.com. Okay, this is the information I want to fill, right? And what I'll do to make it more clear, the column headers, I'll make it bold, and let's give some color also so that you will understand. Okay, these are my columns, and my actual values are getting started from second row, right? The first row is always column, guys. Always remember, first row is always columns. Now I'll save this file first of all. So I'm gonna save this file, let's see, on my desktop, and let's see, give some proper name. Let's see, half eBay test data. Okay, so give some proper name, half eBay test data, and you have to save with .xlsx. Don't save with .xls. Save it with .xlsx, and save it on desktop and click on save. Okay, so half eBay test data is my workbook, and inside that we have one sheet, registration test data. This is my sheet name. Okay, and then save it. And what I'll do, I'll go to my desktop, and where's that file? Just search, yeah, half eBay test data. I'll copy this. Okay, I'll copy this, and I'll go to my Eclipse, and I'll create one more package over here for my data. Let's see, com dot test data. Okay, com dot test data. Another package is there, and inside that package I'll paste my Excel file. So my Excel file is also part of my code or part of my project. Okay, so I'll close this existing Excel file that I created on desktop, and I'll open this file. Okay, half eBay test data.xls. I'll open this. It's getting open. Okay, so this is my file. See, you can put it on your desktop also, that doesn't matter, but it's always a good practice that your Excel file should be part of your project. So just create a separate package. Let's say tomorrow you are going to create another Excel file, okay, or 2 or 3 Excel files you are going to create. So you can put all these files together inside this particular package, inside the test data package. Okay, and I have this particular test data XLS file. Okay, now we have Apache POI API, we have the utility XLS underscore reader. Now we have the data also in Excel files. Okay, now I know that. So what we have to do? So in Selenium sessions we have covered that the registration page. So we will take that particular code from there. I'm not gonna waste my time on these things. So where is I think in locator concept, yeah, we took this code, right? So we will take this code till here. Okay, right? So we have system property for Google Chrome, launch Google Chrome, and enter this particular URL so that we will directly on this particular page. So let's run it. It's working or not till here, and click on Java application, and Chrome is getting launched. Okay, so I'm on this page now. Now my responsibility is to fill the data. Okay, but data is coming from where? Excel file. Now see. Okay, okay. Now what I have to do first, I know that this is my utility, that this utility already created, and it's already available in my package. and this is a simple class. So what I'll do, I'll create the object of this particular class. So this is my class name. So how to create the object of any class? And this class is public in nature. So I can create the object. Let's see, my class object name is reader is equal to new XLS reader. Okay. So XLS reader, reader is equal to, and what is this reader? Reader is the object reference name. Reader is not the object. Okay. This right hand side is the object. Remember Java classes? Okay. Functions in Java. Okay. Now this XLS reader I have to import because it's coming from different package. So I'll import it. Okay. And it's saying that we have to give the path. What exactly the path? Where exact the path of your Excel sheet? So I know that my path of the Excel sheet is this. And I'll go to properties, and this is what my path is available over here. So I'll copy this path and I'll paste it over here. Okay. Right. So XLS reader, reader is equal to new XLS reader, and inside this particular object, okay, we have to give this particular half eBay test.xls file path. In your case, it will be C drive, D drive, or whatever. Okay. In my case, this is the folder structure I'm using. Okay. So this is a XLS reader constructor is already created, which is accepting one string path. Okay. So to make the connection with the Excel file through file input stream. So we are not bothered about what exactly the code we have written over here. Forget about it. So the concept here is we just need to use the we just need to create the XLS reader class object and path the Excel file path over there. That's it. Now the connection has been established. Now what we have to do, we have to read the data, right? So how to read the data? So by using this object, reader object name, we have number of methods which can be accessed. Okay, what are the different methods? All the methods which are available in XLS underscore reader class. Remember how to call, okay, a class method. To call a class method, we have to create an object of that particular class. Remember functions in Java. If you want to call a specific method or a specific function, okay, you have what you have to do. You have to create the object of that particular class. If that particular method is static, then you don't need to create the object. By class name, you can directly access. But all these methods are non-static. Okay, all these are non-static methods. I have not written any static keyword over here. So we have to create the object of that class. So that's why I have created the object of this particular class. And by using this class, we can access all the methods which are available in XLS underscore reader class. Okay. Now I want to read the data. Which data? Let's see. I want to read this particular data. What is the data is available, okay, on first name. What is the first name column value? The first name column value is Tom. So I want to read this data. Okay. So how to read? Simple. We have one method reader dot get cell data. Okay. This is the method get cell data. Okay. And it's asking three parameters we have to pass. What is your sheet name? Okay. So my sheet name is what? My sheet name is this registration test data. Okay, so just copy this and sheet name we have to pass. This is my sheet name. What is your column name? From which column you want to read? I want to read it from this particular column. So guys, please copy and then paste. Don't write it manually. And this is my column name. Okay, and what is the row number? From which row you want to read the data? I want to read the data from second row. So what I'll pass 2 over here. Okay, so what exactly this method is doing? See, if you press Control and click on it, so this is the method I have written over here to read the data from that particular cell. Okay, so no need to bother about what exactly this code is doing. This is a standard utility already created. Nobody will ask you that please write a utility. This utility, there are number of utilities are available. You can download and you can use those utilities. No need to waste your time on these utilities. Your job is to just get the data from that particular cell. That's it. Okay, I'm not working for Microsoft Excel that where I'm going to write some Excel automation or something like that. Okay, obviously. So this is not part of my duty. My job is just create a utility which is or use some existing utility and call that particular method and then get the data from that particular method. by calling that method. Okay, so get cell data I have called, and three parameters I have passed. So if you mouse over, you see that get cell data will give you one string. This is a return type. So I'll store in some string variable, string, and what is, let's say I'm storing in like this, first name is equal to this, string first name is equal to this, right? And let's say I print this system.println first name, right? What exactly it will do? It will, okay, so what I'll do this stuff, okay, reading the Excel file and everything before my Chrome execution, before starting the Chrome, okay, because unnecessary it will open the browser first. So what I'll do, meanwhile I'll comment this code, unnecessary it will execute the Chrome browser and everything. So we are just making the connection with Excel file and get the data from this particular cell, from this particular sheet, from this particular column and second row. Okay, so first name, this column, and second row, first column, second row, it means Tom will be given. Okay, Tom will be passed. So I printed it. Okay, so let's run it. So if you run this program, see, it's giving Tom. Can you see the output? It's giving Tom. Simple. Okay, so say similarly what I'll do, I'll get all the values from different columns. Okay, I have different columns. I'll get all the values from different columns. The column name is last name, so I just need to change to last name, and the row is always second. Address 1, address 1, then address 2, then city, city, then state, state, and two more is there, zip code. Okay, zip code, and email address, take email address. Okay, and I'll change the variable. First name I'm storing in first name, last name I'm storing in here, last name. This is my address 1, this is my address 2, this is city, this is state, this is zip code, and this one is email address. Okay, so all the values from the different columns I have taken, and I'm printing on the console to make sure that okay, everything is fine, all the values are coming properly or not. So let's run it, and you will see that output is coming. Tom, why? Oh, we are printing first name, first name. We have, okay, sorry guys. Last name, you have to print the exact variable. Last name. Address 1, address 1. Address 2, print address 2. City, city. State, print state. Zip code, print zip code. Email address, email address. Okay, now let's run it. See, all the data is coming. Tom, Peter, 12 New Street, downtown Sunnyvale, California. This is a zip code and email ID. Okay, now we have the data. Data is available. Okay, data is available in these variables: first name, last name, address 1, address 2. Okay, now we have to fill the data. That's it. So what we have to do, we will launch, then we will write our Selenium code. So we will launch our browser, and okay, Chrome browser, enter the URL. Okay, just enter the URL, and what we have to do, same thing, XPath and all those stuff. So we know that. Okay, let's see, for we will use this code. first name, last name, address one. Okay, I'm not going to write. Okay, these techniques you already know, that how to read the Excel and how to get the XPath and everything. So without wasting time, so what I do, by class is in, we have to import. Okay, now first name, send keys, what exactly you want to send. So I'll remove this hard coded value, and my first name is this. So I know that the first name is this first name. Okay, I'll remove this, and this is my last name, and address one. So I'll remove this hard coded value. I'll pass the variable, exact variable, address one, right? Same thing for address two. What is the address two XPath? Address two. Okay, address two. What is there for city? For city is this. Okay, so I'll take this XPath, guys. I'm not, quickly I'm doing all these XPath stuff because these things we have covered so many times, so I'm not gonna waste my time in these things. So this is my city. We have to pass city variable over here, and after that we have to pass state. Okay, so let's, okay, so state, we know that it's a select. We have to use the drop down techniques. So how to remember select class? Select is equal to new select. So how to select the value from drop down? By using select class. Create the object of select class, import it from Selenium. Okay, please refer that video. Okay, for how to select the values from drop down, and we have to pass the element. What is element? Driver dot find element by dot XPath of select. So this is select XPath, state XPath, and then what we have to do, select dot select by visible text. And which text? This particular state, whatever the state, California we are getting, we have to pass it over here. Okay, so we are not passing California directly, we are passing state, because state is coming from Excel file, and in Excel file we have already written California. Okay, now for zip code, get the XPath of zip code. Zip code is this, so I'll get the XPath of zip code and then copy this thing and paste it over here. Zip code also I have pasted, and then what we have to fill, zip code value we have to fill. See, be careful while passing the variable. Okay, and the last thing is we have email address, right? So I'll get the email address, and this is my email address XPath, and email address is this. Okay, now see, we have one more column, verify email address or re-enter email address. So obviously no need to create a separate column in Excel file because both the values will remain same. So what exactly we need? We just need this particular XPath. Okay, so we will copy this thing. This is for re-enter email. So first one is the main email. This is for the email, and this is for re-enter, retype email. And I know that both the values remain same. Email address and email address will be same because the actual email address and the confirmation email address, both the emails will remain same. So no need to create a separate column in Excel file. Okay, now this thing is done. So I'm fetching the data. So this is my preparing the data and fetching the data. So I'll write get test data from Excel. So till here I'm using, and this is my WebDriver code, right? So first prepare the data, get the data from Excel file, create all the variables, okay, on the basis of what exactly the sheet name and column name. So all these columns from the second row, 2 2 2 2 2. Okay, because we are getting from the second row. If we have created third row, then you will be writing third row. Okay, and then whatever the value you want to fill, just pass all the variables. So see, I have removed all the hard coded values. Tomorrow if you want to run with some different set of data, you can execute it. So let's run it on, and then check it's working or not. Okay, so it's launching Chrome, and let's see it's entering Tom, Peter, and then it didn't select. Okay, that's fine, some problem. Let's see what exactly it's saying. Method expert state. What? Oh, see, double slash is missing. Okay, copy mistake problem. Anyways, so let's run it again. So it was like that. I missed one forward slash. So one more forward slash we have to put and run it again. Wait. I'm terminating it. Here also we have to put.
Hey Naveen, same. Yeah, same for email and
Yeah. I'm putting it over here. Maybe copy mistake error. Okay. So let's run it again. Let me close the existing browser first and then run it again. So and first name this and okay, and re-enter also, email address also it's entering. See, okay, and it's entering all the values. Okay, whatever we are passing from the Excel file, right? Whatever we are passing from the Excel file. Now tomorrow you don't want to use this particular data, you can change the data from Tom to David or whatever, Naveen or you know Reshma or whatever the name you want to give, you can fill the value. But the problem here is, let's see if you have different set of data, right? Let's see, I have something like this. Okay, four set of data with a different name. Let's see, I'm writing Reshma. Okay, and let's see, your last name is K. Anirudh, last name is D, and Breen, last name is whatever, I don't know. I'm writing, let's see, some name like this. And let's see, city is for all of you, it's Pune. Pune. Let's see for Pune. And okay, so let's see, city we can write, but let's see, let's make it Sunnyvale only. Otherwise, it will not select California. Pune is not in California. So the address is something like this. Let's see, 13 New Street, 14 New Street, right? And then 15 New Street like this. And zip code also we can change it to 86, 88, and email address also I'm writing like this, test1. Okay, some different data I'm creating actually. Test2, test3, test4. Okay, so this is a data I have prepared that I have to register these four users, right? You can register 100 of users. I have to register these number of users. Fine. Now what we have to do, we have to, according to this approach, then we have to create again for second row and for third row and fourth row and fifth row. And how many rows are there? Till, yeah, from second to fifth row we have to write this particular code again and again, right? Like this. I'll copy this and then I'll paste it over there, and then I'll pass the third row and create a different variable. First name 1, first name 2, first name 3, first name 4, first name 5. So unnecessary number of variables I'll create, unnecessary number of lines of code I have to write. So this is a bad approach. I should not do that. Okay, so how to parameterize? So this is just to read the data from Excel file. Now we will learn how to parameterize your test cases. Okay, how to parameterize your code. So simple, let's create one more class.
Hey Naveen, sorry to interrupt, but I might need to leave at quarter to 10. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
sure. I'll send you the recording.
okay, okay, thank
Please be on mute.
you. Yeah.
Okay, so parameterized test is there. I'll created this. Okay, so everything, most of the things will remain same. First, we need to get the data from Excel file. Okay, fine. Now what we have to do, just check this concept very carefully. We know that how many rows are there? 5 rows are there, but the actual data is starting from where? From row number 2, right? So if I can do one thing, that if I can provide one for loop here, okay, I can provide one for loop and my loop is starting from row number second to row number 5, right? And my purpose will be solved. And for each and every row, one by one, I'll pick the data and then I'll enter the value. One by row, one by one, pick the value from the second row, then third row, then fourth row, and then fifth row. So in for loop, I'll start something like that: I equal to 2, then 3, then 4, and then 4 and 5, from row number second to 5. Something, if I can do that, then my purpose will be solved. So how to do that? The exact thing you have to do in your live projects, okay, in your application, in your company, right? What you have to do. So what I'll do first, okay, I'll start my for loop. But before that for loop, we have one method. So this reader object, reader dot get row count method is there. See, and what is the sheet name? My sheet name is this. Okay, get row count. Reader dot get row count method is there. So get row count, what exactly it will do? Get row count will give you one integer, the total number of rows. Get row count means total row count, total number of rows. How many rows are there? 5 rows are there. It will give you total number of rows. Okay, so I'll store in some integer variable. Let's see, row count is equal to this. So get row count, give me the row count of this particular sheet. So this is the sheet and total number of rows are 5 rows are there, and store some integer variable. Okay, so total number of row count is available, and then I'll start my for loop. Then int, I'll start one variable. Instead of I, I'll write some proper name. Let's see, row or row number is equal to 2. I know that I'll start my row number equal to 2. Why? Because I have to pick the data from second row, right? I have to pick the data from second row. If I write row number is equal to 1, then it will pick the data from first row. I don't need first name, last name, these column names I don't need. I need the actual data from second row, right? So that's why I'm creating one variable int I equal to 2, or better I'll write row number equal to 2, and then I less than what? I less than 5. So simple, I'll write row number.
Hey Naveen, I'm ending the session from my side.
Okay, fine. Sure, sure.
Hello.
Yeah, yeah, okay, sure, Rishma. Okay, guys. So row number, sorry for disturbance. Row number equal to 2, and row number less than equal to what? Less than equal to 5. So instead of 5, can I write like this? Yes, row count, and row count will give you the exact count. Let you tomorrow row count is equal to 6. There are, or tomorrow row count is equal to 10. There are 10 rows are available, right? So simple, I'll pass 10. So instead of 10, every time I'm getting some value, get row count. If there are 5 rows, it will give you 5. If there are 10 rows, it will give you 10, right? So row count less than equal to, row number is less than equal to row count. Okay, then whatever the row number is there, and then I'll increase the row number by 1 plus plus. Simple. Instead of I, see, I'm using I, instead of I, I'm using row number. Okay, to make it more appropriate name. Okay, so row number equal to 2. So my loop will start from row number equal to 2, row number is equal to 2, and then row num less than equal to row count. Why less than equal to I have written? Because I have to pick the fifth value also, the fifth row also, the last row also I have to pick. So the row count currently we have 5. So row number is less than equal to 5. So I have to pick fifth row also, and then row number plus plus, like this. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll store my variable reader dot get cell data. What is your sheet name? My sheet name is this. Okay. What is your column name? My column name is first name. Okay. And what is your row number? My row number is this. Whatever the counter is going on, this is my row number, right? So reader dot get cell data, registration test data is my sheet name, first name is my column name, and row number is equal to 2. So first time loop will start. Okay, row number equal to 2, and then it will give you 2, and I'll store in some variable, let's see, string first name is equal to this, and I'll print it, system.out.println first name. See guys, try to understand. I'll I'll explain it again. Simple. Row number equal to 2, row number less than equal to row count, and row count is this. This is my row count, right? And then I'm fetching the value from that particular cell. Reader dot get cell data is a method from this particular sheet, from this particular column, first name column, and my math and row num. From which row? Second row. And what is the value of row num? Row num is equal to 2, or maybe I'll write I equal to 2. So I'll pass I over here, and row number is equal to 2 means first time row number equal to 2. So give me the value from first name and second row. It will store in this particular string variable, and I'm printing it. So let's run this program. So what exactly it will do? First time row number equal to 2, it will pass 2 over here, and it will read the data Tom. Then row number, and then row number plus plus. So row number will be 3. So row number will be 3, and then it will pass 3 over here, and then it will fetch the data of this Reshma, and then Anirudh, and then Amreen. Something like this, right? Let's run it. See, it's giving the first name values: Tom, Reshma, Anirudh, and Amreen, and it's picking the value from second row: Tom, Reshma, Anirudh, and Amreen. It's picking the data from first, not the first row, from the second row, right? So this is also fine. Now, similarly, I'll get the data for other attributes. So let's copy paste these things. I have already written this thing, and instead of this 2, I'll pass simple row number. Okay, see, so first time row number equal to 2, row number will be initialized by 2, and whatever the values are available on the second row, all the values will be printed. Then next time row number equal to 3, whatever the row number will be initialized with 3, then whatever the values are available on third row, then third row will be printed, then 4, and then fifth, right? The row number is equal to 6, 6 less than equal to 5, condition is false, it will come out of the for loop. Okay, so let's run this program, let's see it's running or not. See, if you see the data, it's printing all the data. Okay, see, it's printing from Tom, Peter, Sunnyvale, California. This is the first set of data. Then we have, this is the second set of data. Okay, then we have data for Anirudh, and then we have data for Amreen, like this. right? So let's see if you want to make it more clear, something like that, system.out.println. Let's run it. See, it's giving you separate data, set of data. This is for Tom, this is for Reshma, this is for Anirudh, okay, and the data is for Amreen, right? Now we have four different set of data we have got. So the data part is done. Get test data from Excel file, and this is called parameterization by using for loop. For parameterization is always done by for loop. Okay, this is called parameterization. So parameterization is done. Okay, fine. Now we have to write our code. So simple. This is my code, WebDriver code. Okay, and we will write our code inside the for loop. See, so then I'm launching inside the for loop only, because we have to pick write the data one by one. Then Chrome and URL launch and everything, enter all these values one by one. Okay, and that's it. So let's run it again. Now see, first time it will launch, it will enter all the values, first name, last name, blah blah blah, and enter. Okay, now see, for second set of data, it will enter the value. It's okay, the error is there, or maybe some. Okay, for second set of data, it's printing the data. See, Anirudh, D, and other things. Okay, and then again for third set of data, it will launch the browser for Amreen. This is the last set of data, right? For Amreen. So if you see, this is for Tom, right? This is for Reshma, this is for Anirudh, and this is for Amreen. But the problem here is, it's every time it's launching four browsers, because four set of data is there, four rows are there. Let's say tomorrow 100 rows are there, then it will launch 100 browsers, right? So this is again, we have to optimize our code. So how to do that? What I'll do, simple, I'll pick this particular code, launching the browser code. I'm launching the browser inside my for loop, right? So I'll remove this code, because again and again it's launching the browser. So what I'll do, I'll write this code above the for loop. So this is only one time activity, that just open the browser, enter the URL, pick the data from Excel file, and then enter the data. Okay, enter the data. So no need to launch the browser again and again, right? Otherwise, let's see, there are 100 rows, it will launch 100 browsers. So let me close all these Chromes and run it again. Okay, getting a point? So this is a WebDriver code, simple. Just immediately after coming inside the main method, I'm launching my WebDriver, Chrome, get the data from Excel file, and then I'm starting my for loop. And for loop, just get all the column values and fill all the values in the respective fields on the UI by using Selenium WebDriver code. Right, now let's run it. So it's launching the browser first time. Enter first value, Tom, Peter, and this one. Now see the problem. See, let it run completely. I'll tell you what is the problem. That's the biggest problem. See, it's entering, first time it entered Tom. CL. First time it entered Tom like this and fill all the values. Then immediately after that, again it will try to enter Reshma. So ideally it will remove Tom. It should remove Tom, and then it should enter Tom. It should enter Reshma, right? What exactly it is doing now? First it's entering Tom, and then it's entering Reshma immediately after that. Then it's entering Anirudh immediately after that, and then it's entering Amreen like this. Same thing for Tom, last name is Peter. For Reshma, last name is K. For Anirudh, last name is D. and for Amreen last name is T. So everything is getting concatenated, everything is getting merged. So how to resolve this problem, right? So what we have to do, so the first time we are entering Tom, fine, and we fill all the values of Tom, first name, last name of Tom, city, address, and everything, fine. In the second set of data, now I'm going to enter Anirudh or Reshma. So what I'll do, I want to remove this Tom first and then enter Reshma and then enter D or K, whatever. The Reshma attributes will be filled. And then third time, what I have to do, I have to enter Anirudh. So again, I'll remove Reshma from here and then I'll put Anirudh here. Okay, for all the elements, I have to do that. So how to do this thing? To do this thing, first we have one method, clear method. So whenever you are using send keys method, guys, right? So before send keys, we have to write this particular line, dot clear, dot clear method, and then enter the value. Okay, clear and then enter, dot clear. Okay, and same thing for address 2, dot clear. Same thing for city, dot clear. Okay, but for state we don't need to clear because state is a drop down. Clear method is only applicable for text fields. So for first time, let's say it will be California, second time it will be New York, third time it will be some other New Jersey or whatever. It will select from a different drop down of different values from the drop down. Okay, but for send keys, for zip code also we have to do that. So whenever you are using send keys, always it's a good practice, first clear it and then enter the value, clear it and then enter the value. Okay, and for email address also, dot clear, and for email address uh, 2 also, dot clear. Okay, so first I'm clearing the value and then enter the value, clear the value, entering the value, like this, and let's run it now. See, it's launching the Google Chrome. Now see the value. First time it will enter Tom. Okay, values of Tom, then it will clear the value and Reshma and all those things, and then for Anirudh, and then for Amreen, one by one. So it's not concatenating, it's not, right, appending with the previous value. So every time it's clearing the value and then it's entering, clear the value, entering, clear the value and entering, right? This is called parameterization. Okay, this is called parameterization. First 3 steps: get the data from Excel file and make sure you're launching your WebDriver out of the for loop. Otherwise, every time if there are hundreds of data, hundreds of rows are available in your Excel file, 100 times Google Chrome will be launched. Okay, so avoid this particular mistake. And then get the data, create all the variables first. Okay, create all the variables. And in for loop, always remember, guys, for loop should start with row number 2 because the actual data is present, okay, in row number 2. Okay, so this is the thing you have to do. And then you have to fill the data, but filling the data also, first clear the value and then enter the values. Clear send keys, clear send keys. Always remember, whenever you are using send keys in any program, first clear it and then send keys. Sometimes what happens, sometimes some default values already available. We see some web pages, some forms are available where some values are already available in text field. Let's see, this is the page first time I'm opening and Amreen is already written. What do you have to do? First you have to remove Amreen's first name here and then you have to enter the value. This is a good practice. Let's say something is already written, now you want to enter Naveen. So what exactly it will do, instead of removing this, it will enter like this. This is not my expectation. My expectation is just remove Naveen for a test first and then enter Naveen. Okay, so this is called parameterization. Okay, and how data driven approach. This is also called data driven approach. used to create data driven framework, or in some other word we call it data driven framework also. Data driven means driving the data from Excel files, some other resources. So why it is called data driven? Data, at the time of interview they will ask you what is data driven. Data driven means driving the test data from Excel files or some files. This is called data driven approach, or in another words we say parameterization. Data driven is also called parameterization. Okay, fine. So please practice this particular parameterization code. It's really important. In every project you will be using this thing. I'll send you this xlsreader.java class. I'll give you a link from where you can download this xlsreader.java. No need to understand this particular code, that what exactly I have written. Okay, no need to do that. You just need to use this class and try to create the folder structure, the packages structure like this, and maintain your Excel file in this particular thing also. In the next session, the parameter data driven part 2, I'll tell you how to write the data in Excel file. Okay, how to delete the sheets, how to remove the sheets, how to add columns, and how to use the Excel sheet concept with TestNG. Okay, that is the second part of session. So in the next session we will cover those things. Okay, the parameterization of your at the rate test annotation, how to do that, what is the data provider in TestNG, all those things we will cover in the next session. Okay, so that's all for today, and I'll see you in the next session then.